Hello, it's me, Mick back once again with another indie game, and welcome back to Whiskerwood. We checked out a demo of this back a few months ago, and now it's out in early access. So I thought we would come back and try it again because I did enjoy it. It's a nice, cool city builder where we're mouse and we got to appease our aristocratic cats. Let's go, new game. Okay, so now that we're in the full game, we get a chance to do a whole bunch of stuff here. So originally we started as a Far Frontier was the demo, but we couldn't really do much changes in terms of like our map and stuff like that. We have this other option here is just Pirate Seas. This part of the ocean is teeming with pirates. Okay, so we're going to see more pirates if we do that one. And then we've got Monarch Loyalists. The clause will send mostly loyal monarchist whiskers. Monarchist whiskers require less approval to accept and are more happy despite harsh conditions, but are offended at rebellious remarks. They believe factories are an affront to the king's generosity. Interesting. All right, well, let's just do Far Frontier for now. We'll do it on normal for today. We'll see how long we can survive and maybe come back and do another season on a harder difficulty. New field, Wheat Isle? Lush Isle. Ogdenville. All right, sure. Map size, let's do large. Let's do large. Main island size, that's fine. Extra islands, rare common lots. Yeah, I think that's okay. Like we'll just leave it kind of normal. We'll play through around. We'll see how long we survive and so on. Okay, so since the demo came out, I know they've made some enhancements here. So things we're gonna have to look at eye for is things like this, where it says apprentice. So in terms of our mice that we're gonna bring in, apprentices are what are required for specific craftsman work. So you're gonna make sure we have at least a couple of those when we get started, or else we're not gonna be able to do certain things, like I think like fishing and stuff like that. So we gotta keep an eye on that. Let us roll again though. Consider it apprentice. Let me see, apprentice, can't smell. That's probably a good thing. I probably should just rolled with the ones that I had initially because I had 2 apprentices there. I think, oh gosh, okay. I'm gonna reroll a bit and try to get a good setup here. After much attempts here, I've rerolled. I managed to get 2 apprentices, so I'm kind of happy with that. Patient, they snore, they're compassionate. That's fine. We've got 2 apprentices though, so that could be very helpful early on for some of the other stuff we're gonna need to do. Tanborough, Earham, Red Brick, Sniffwick, Seatown. I clicked this by accident and now I can't remember what we had it called. Scurryford. That sounds good. So let's go ahead. Let's embark. Okay, here we are. Oh, we got lots of islands. Okay. Lots of really close islands too. Okay, so we're looking for an island that has trees. Yeah, we definitely want trees. This one's got a lot of trees. But then we're also looking for one that has like either iron ore or copper easily accessible. This is a cat overlord there. He's going to give us some advice. Yeah, we got rock salt in this one, tin ore over this one. This one's really tall, doesn't have much. It's got iron ore, tin ore, and trees. Okay. We also need some green land because the green area is going to allow us to build some farms and such. So we can choose, but we can kind of go wherever we want to. We just got to be careful not to go somewhere where there isn't kind of core resources that we want. This one's going to have copper on it because I think that if you don't see it on the island, it doesn't exist on that island. Like if you don't see it, you know, on the surface at all, then it's just not there. So that one doesn't have a lot of trees. This one has no trees. That one has no trees. This one's really tall, and it would be really difficult to build on. This one looks not too bad here. Yeah, what do we got? We got iron ore. Okay. We got rock. We got potash, and we got another island like right next door that has a bunch of copper and stuff. Okay. This could be it. This could be the one we get to. So it's a little bit tall here. But that's okay. We got lots of space to like build infrastructure over here later. And tons of copper and stuff. And only like 2 blocks here. Maybe we can make a path across there? Maybe? Possibly? Okay. And in the meantime, we can grab iron ore. Yeah, and there's a little bit of copper on here too. Okay, so this one's looking pretty good. I think we'll go over here. We've got space here to make some farms as well. So, first thing we need to do is take our trade dock and place it somewhere. I don't see any bushes. Kind of want to have some, yeah, the bushes are all over this side. So that's a bit of a problem. Minor problem, maybe? I don't know. We can just get a farm going pretty quickly as well. Yeah, I think we'll just try to get, because we've got space, we've got open space here, we can just get a farm. And there's a little bit of berries there. Okay. just for emergency, right? So let's place it over here. Next step is we're going to accept our first batch of mice over here. So we'll do that now. So we've got 2 apprentices, which is great. We'll bring the mice ashore. Then we got to build our warehouse. So we'll build that somewhere nearish by. You can build like overhangs like this, and it will take up logs to build stilts for you. But for now, I'll just throw it over here. That's going to take a couple minutes to build, so we'll just speed up time for a minute. Cool, so that's all done. I am curious, I don't think I can do it yet, but you're going to see we have stairs and stuff like that we can build. We'll do that in a second. We have to unpause. We have to accept our first supply load here. And that's going to open up what we can actually trade with this guy. So like flax, and these are all the things we can send back to them as form of tax. So copper is kind of the best thing. Iron ore is pretty good. Gold is the best, right? But everything else can be sold too. So we'll sign the charter. We owe them 135. We've got 232 in our storage right now. That includes everything that we can sell. That's part of our initial. So let's pause a second here. We do have a quest, which is to get 2 mining camp workers. Yeah, we're definitely going to do that pretty quickly. I just want to kind of check something here. So we have paths and walking. I've got makeshift paths. Can I actually path across here? It looks like I can. Okay, cool. So we can immediately go over and grab like this copper right now. I just need to spend a couple of... Yeah, okay, cool. We got a bridge. Got a bridge. Easy. Okay, nice. So we can get copper going over here and potash and stuff like that. Maze balls. All right, so let us get then... We got to get our basics in. And this game does have automation later on. I haven't played around with it at all, but we will be able to automate some stuff. So, and railroads and all sorts of stuff. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a woodcutter, yes. Who will go... Yeah, right over here, I think is a good spot. We don't want to take up too much of the green ground because we want to make sure we can plant stuff shortly. We'll throw it like up a level here. And then we'll build some stairs in a minute. And then we're going to want mining camps for sure. So we'll put the mining camp over here for now. It's a little bit far from the warehouse, but it's close to all this copper and potash and stuff like that. So we'll be able to get the copper right away. And then, yeah, I think we'll get a farm going like immediately, right? Oh no, we need planks. Okay. We need planks. Okay, so we need to get some planks. We'll be able to trade for planks, so we don't need to make them ourselves. So we'll do that in a minute. So in the meantime, we will need a forage hut. And we'll place that right there. And then we're going to need some stairs and stuff like that just to get these guys moving along. So stairs build instantly, but there's slow travel speed. But we'll build some stairs here. And then we will build some stairs here. And maybe actually we'll move this so they can... let's cancel that. Let's move that over here instead for now. So that they can take advantage of those same stairs. So we'll just kind of throw it over here for now. Actually, let's put it here. Yeah. Yeah, we'll save that land for growing some stuff. All right, next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to mark mining right away. That's going to be the first thing we're going to take care of. So we'll try to get the stuff, particularly the copper, that's up near the top here. That's all potash. Looks like we're going to have iron ore here we'll get to after. Down below here, there's going to be stone. Okay. Lots and lots of potash. Okay, we've got copper over here. Is this all copper as well? Nice. Okay. So we will try to mark up as much of this copper as we can for now. Potash we'll get later on when it becomes more useful. And there might be more copper like below grade here too, but we'll just get the surface stuff for now. All right, so we got that going. These guys are going to go start building up. I'm going to prioritize this one. And hopefully that will get built relatively quickly. Other things we could do from food or resource perspective is we could get a fishing dock in, which is going to take 21 logs. Okay. We're also going to need to get some housing relatively soon too. Yeah, so let's get this in. We'll get 2 miners in there now. And then we will get 1 worker in here. And 1 worker in here. Yeah, I put my apprentices in there for now, but that's fine. We'll move them later on. The reason why we're only doing one on here is we need construction workers, so we need some people to be free. But we also get some new guys here. So let's pause, take a look at these guys. We get another apprentice here. Sweet. Okay, so we should definitely get that. 100%. Strong shoulders, apprentice, great. We got a gifted teacher too. I think we'll grab them as well. And then, yeah, should we just grab? Oh, we can't get. That's all. That's all we can get. We need to spend this currency here to actually accept people. So I got the two best, I think, from there, and we'll have to refuse the rest for now. Okay. Fair enough. And then, yeah, we're gonna have to figure out some housing as well. But I think let's plan out a fishing dock. That takes some machinery and 21 logs. All right, but we're definitely gonna want some food sources because it's gonna be a little while before we can build a farm. So we'll do that. And then housing. What housing do we have? We've got stone shelters, and we're gonna have log cabins, right? So where's gonna be a good spot for these? I think we'll have like industry over here, so maybe housing will go like over here. There's a bunch of iron, copper, and stuff there. Okay. So housings are kind of cool too. Like all the buildings you can stack, so we can build on top of one another, which is kind of fun. But let's like plan this out a little bit. The other thing we're gonna have to worry about is keeping these areas warm for the winter. So the closer we put these together, the better. Right, so let's just kind of like plan all of this out. Like so, that gives me, how many is that? That's 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, that's enough for now. So they will start building that in a little bit. We are starting to get copper in here. Our day is almost done. We completed this though, so we'll get another mouse in there as well. So that's our 8 mice initially for the next couple of days. There's a bunch of copper here too. I didn't even see. All right, let me mark that up. Nice. All right. At the end of the day, they get like a rest period. So this is like your planning period. It does get really dark though, so hard for me to see anything, to be honest. So I'm not sure what we'll be doing during this period of time, but yeah, so we got a lot of stuff planned out. The reason why I did this like this is that I'm going to build some stairs up and a platform, and then we can stack these guys up once we get more wood coming in. But all of our wood is going to be dedicated just to getting these basic ones in for now, so it's gonna be a little while. In fact, we can actually use these stairs. We could just like make this housing come all the way here, right? If I do something like that. No, yeah. Oh, I hit the start the next statement. That's fine. So at the end of the day, we get approval if people are happy with us. Right now, they all slept outside, so they're not super happy with us, but we've got a bit of a bonus because they're all new. Oh, this is a little bit broken. I made the UI bigger because it was so small, and now it's a little bit broken, so it's whatever. Upcoming taxes are 230. That's going to be based off of administration taxes, ship travel costs, population tax. Great, wonderful. This one we're going to cancel. Yeah, we're going to cancel that one. But we're going to add like a platform that will go across here later on. That's fine. Okay, so we're going to get houses built. We're getting some mining done. We have a little bit of approval. So there's 2 things we can do for approval at the moment is we can recruit mice, which is useful, or we can get mice to work overtime, which I think is what I will do right now for these guys. Yeah, so the reason why we just want to get as much copper early on as we can so we don't have to use any of our other resources, and so we can get some bonuses. You'll see what that looks like in a moment. Anyways, our supply chip is here. So this is where we can get some other stuff. So let's pause here. So if I have options, I can choose kind of a basic shipment, which gives us some machinery, a little bit of food, a little bit of tea, keep people happy. I can also choose a bigger shipment, which is going to give me a little bit more food. It's going to give me a little bit of wood and also planks, which are going to be useful, and some clothing, which is great. Or I can refuse it, but that's going to make my overlords a little bit upset. So we have to watch that meter, right? See, we've got these 4 points that we can add. So if I don't want to pay them more money, we lose their trust a little bit. For now, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to risk taking this and unload that shipment, and hopefully that'll be all right. Yeah, we're close to what we have. We're probably going to have to use a lot of resources, though. And the reason why I did that is that's going to allow us to get our farm built in the near term. So we will place that, I guess. I want to take up as little space as possible, but we'll place it like right here. That's got a lot of greenery around there. So that should be good. Yeah, and we're going to try to get this. So the houses are, we need houses. So the more houses we have, the better. All right, we got 4 builders now. This is our tree guy, right? So let's get another person in here. So we get more trees coming in. So we've used up all of the wood. Even the wood that we got already is from that shipment is gone. All right, we got our first shipment of copper coming in. So yeah, you see how that boosted that number way up right away, which is great. All right, we got our first little house built. Very nice. Nice little 1-person house. There's no families. Like everybody just lives by themselves. It's kind of interesting. But it is what it is. We got 1 house, so we need to build 7 more. So we need to build quite a few of these in the next little while. But we'll manage. Over here, we've got some, I'm just noticing we've got more. Yeah, we can just kind of like, let me pause for a second and take a look at this. If I want to do slice view, I can do this. And then I can start, yeah, slicing up all of this stuff. We'll do pot ash later. Just gonna mark up as much copper as I can to go through here. Yeah, that's all pot ash. Yeah, we'll get that later on. I just want to get like a big supply of copper wherever we can before we start getting potash. The more copper we have for the first day, the better. And I'll show you why that is in a minute. All right, let's unpause. Yeah, it's quite a bit of copper down here as well, so we'll probably end up moving this thing over here and grabbing all this copper once this has all been expended. Because the reason why we will probably move it is that going deeper means that these guys have to climb up and down, and it's just slow. So it's better to get like the surface stuff if you can. There's also gold ore over here too. All sorts of stuff. All sorts of stuff over here. Amazing. Might even just get a second miner down here. You know what? Let's actually do that. Let's do that. Let's get another mining camp right down here. Whenever that gets built, it'll be fine. We've got a farm now as well, so we can assign some workers in here. So I will put the apprentices in here for now, just so I know where they are. Yeah, that's good, right? And then we can set up, it's absolutely dark. Oh my God, is it ever dark? We're gonna set up a farm though, and we're gonna set up some berries. Yeah. Mark land for farming. Yeah, why can't I? Oh, because I am on the wrong slice. Raise slice F, there we go. So we'll set all this up for berries. Nice. We can set up stuff for like trees and stuff like that later on. We got enough trees for now though. I don't think that's urgent. We'll do that later. Food is the most pressing matter here. We can probably set up some farm for like flax as well and start collecting that. Right? So if we set up some flax, just like a small area of flax. This is, yeah, so you can see the green and it goes to red where there's no fertility for this. So I think what we'll do is we'll set up some flax over here. What is this? Oh, no. Anyways, set up some flax fields just on the lower level here. They're not as essential as the berries for now, but that should give us enough going for a little while. Plus, once the fishery gets built, we'll be good. All right, the end of our day has come. We racked up a tax bill of over 377 for the first day, so it's not amazing, but I think we'll be all right. We got decent amount of approval. See, our slept outside is down by 1, so that's good, but we do need a lot more houses. Fresh arrival is still there for a little while, but that will start going down. So once that starts going down, we need to have our houses done. Cool. So we'll start the next day. We've got high approval. Yeah, we got 54. These guys worked throughout the night. They will slowly end their double time in a minute. Other matters demand your attention. Housing is a non-luxury. Some whiskers have already resorted to makeshift camps. Yeah, +5 housing space. Yeah, we'll do that. That's going to happen no matter what. We now have over 500 in storage, which is great. So we clear out what we do here, and oh, speak of the devil, here comes the tax man. All right, so let's take a look at the taxing. So when we click on this boat here, let's pause. We're going to see that we have, yeah, we have a 393 gold bill, and then it shows you what we can pay with here. So right now we've got berries, and I've got copper. I got quite a bit of copper already, which is great. So that will cover the basics. Now, what you're going to see down here is if I were to add in here, I'm going to get to a base number here, which covers like, gives me -2 on trust, but it gives me a royal wax seal that I can use for rerolls and stuff like that. And then I can keep adding on until I get to it's partial shipment again, so there's still trust goes down, or a full shipment up this way. So that's like your basic shipment. That's where you get some stuff in exchange. So you get some actual like resources, things like that. If I keep adding to this, I'll eventually hit these patterns here where I'll get more stuff, as well as like schematics and machinery and fuel and all sorts of cool stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually not going to pay them right now because we have until this bar goes down. So I think what we'll do is we'll try to collect as much as we can, and if possible, like overpay this first one so that we can get as much resource to begin with. So I think that would be good. Yeah, and farms are already getting farmed, which is great. Yeah, and we're not going to need... This guy, we're not going to need him doing stuff for much longer. There's a little bit of flax there, but I think we're probably just like... Once these berries get done, there's only 3 berries left in there, we'll probably get rid of them. And we'll just have to rely on the farms and the fish, which will hopefully get built soon. I don't know. We've only got 1 builder, so we are short on wood. Yeah, logs are a big issue right now. Yeah, we have access to enough. It's just slow cutting it. I might have to put these guys in overtime, which they won't be happy with, but I think it's kind of a need. I think we need to get some wood. I need wood, everybody. I need lots of wood. All right. How do these guys even sail in here? Is there a way in there? Yeah, it's over here. Okay. All right, these guys are working diligently away. Timing is getting down, so I'm going to go over here. I'm going to say deliver now. And then hopefully they will... Camp is idle. Yeah, that's this one over here. That's fine. We'll minus you for now. Nothing left for them to gather, so hopefully we have enough food until the farm is built. And then, yeah, these guys... Are you delivering now? It says you're delivering now, but it doesn't look like you're delivering now. We're going to have to click on this in a second. Wait till the last possible moment. That's fine. Okay. Pause before it goes. All right. So, yeah, we already have enough to do this. We have enough, actually, to go all the way. Almost. Almost. If I do that, I get... Is it worth it to sell some berries for that? It's a little bit risky. But I will get a schematic. I will also get like a beneficial effect. I'll get ration meals, fuel, iron bars, medicine. Yeah, a bunch of stuff we can like rack up for next time, eh? Possibly. Yeah, I think it's worth it since we're so close. We got access to a lot of copper anyways, so I think we're good. Let's overpay for the first round and get as much stuff as we can. All right, we're gonna send the large shipment. All right, the Claw delegation will respond to us soon. Okay, no problem. Yeah, I think we have enough like minerals over here that we'll be able to get enough there. All right, we got our first tax payment. We've got a whisker ship coming in here. Is there anybody we want to get? Oh, we got an educated one. Yeah, let's grab you. I'm going to be a little bit cautious. I don't want to like overpopulate too much here because our expectations are high. So we have to be careful there. You're greedy, you're slow and compassionate, you're a perfectionist, you're my pace. Yeah, I think like the rest of you guys can just not be part of our colony for now. Okay, so now we've got our gift supplies. So we have options to buy stuff. We got a charcoal furnace, which could be useful. So these are schematics, so this is new stuff we can build. Got a plank blockhouse, which takes a ton of planks, but is a nicer house. And then we can get fertilizer and machinery. We can get fuel, and we can get fuel additives. Fuel industries have 20% chance to double output. Oh, interesting. Okay, we don't really need that. Do I want this? A charcoal furnace will be good. It's hard labor. It needs cut stone and machinery to build. Plank blockhouse is a 2-star house, but we're not going to be able to build that for a while either. I think I might reroll. It's also like not a lot of food or anything here. Yeah, long stairs, medium travel speed. 2 planks, quality wooden stairs, faster, more comfortable than steep stairs. Okay, that's good to know. We can get some stowaways. We can get a bunch of fuel. That could be good for the winter. Over here we can get cut stone and planks, which is also really good. Industry machine wears down lower. Yeah, okay. So we could choose 2. I think we'll go with this. We'll get the cut stone. Do I want these long stairs? That's kind of cool to get that. And I'll let you know, like, it takes a while, I think, to get blueprints researched otherwise, unless you get it from here. So, but I also kind of want this fuel because that'll be good for winter, store it for winter time. Yeah, let's do that. All right. We're thinking to the future. We're thinking toward the future. All right, we really need to get these houses built. We've got 3 builders now. I think the holdup is just the logs. These guys are working for the night to catch us up on that. So hopefully they're not too upset about that. We'll see. We'll see. Fortunately, we got no approval. We got poor approval because people are still sleeping outside. And our new freshly arrived bonus is gone. So we really need to get the houses built up, or else we're not going to be able to bring any more people in. So we'll start the new day. We did get a bunch of stuff, so that's good. But we really need to get these houses built. So I'm gonna set a priority there. Yeah, it looks like they're building over stuff here. We got another quest. There's been reports of pirate ransom demands in your area. Okay, so if I refuse the pirate demands, I'm going to get 3 machinery and 13 logs, but they're going to probably shoot us. So we do have to be aware of that. They're going to blow us up if we refuse the pirates. Is it going to be worth 3 machinery is good, I guess, right? All right, fine. We'll do it. Supplier has arrived. All right, so we need to be a little bit cautious here. I think we'll still do the medium shipment though. We need the wood and stuff, and we're stocking up on planks and everything like that for later. And our farm is going. So these are growing, which is great. How are we for food? We're okay right now. And we're just kind of working on the houses. We just need to get all of these done because we need to get approval. We need to be approved. I need your approval. So we need all that stuff done. We do have a fair amount of wood. How much do these take again? They take 5 each. Yeah, so they're a little bit pricey. A little bit pricey. All right, meanwhile, over here, we're making ways into the mountain. We can, oh, why can't I click in there? It's not letting me, like, click this one. Invalid location. Mine tool, all right? Huh, there it goes, okay. It's being a little bit weird. That's fine. We have some there. We have that marked up. We have... Yeah, it's being a little bit finicky. There we go, okay. We might as well start getting some of this potash as well. Let's get that area of potash. And then, oh, this is done as well. So we'll get 1 person in here. And get that going. And then we will start marking up this gold in particular. Let's pause here. If I go down... Is there more gold here? There's not. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, well, we'll mark up all of... actually, let him get the gold first. Because he'll get distracted probably with the other stuff. All right, how are we doing for food? Food is the one thing we have to keep an eye on, because we haven't gotten this built up. We did get a few houses built, which is good. And we do have some wood left over, which is also good. Okay. We got lots of planks. We got a good amount of cut stone. Yeah, we got fuel for the winter. All right. We're doing all right. We're due 205. We have 293 in here, but that is mostly not copper ore. We do have 8 copper ore, though. Okay. We should be all right. I think we're doing all right. Okay, another day has ended. We are hopefully... Okay, we're even on approval right now. With that, it means we don't get any additional approval, though. We need a bonus we need to have this a plus before that happens. Yeah, okay. Well, that's not great. That's not great, but it is what it is. All right, and our taxes went up too, of course. All right, we've got flax growing down here. Nice, nice. We got berries growing up over here, which is great. Good stuff. Okay, so we got a little farm going. I like it. We might be able to farm up here too, but there is all this iron ore we'll need to get, so I don't think that will work out for us. I don't think when you like dig that it would leave fertile ground, so we'll have to be cautious of that. These guys are here. We're not gonna be able to take any of these guys because we have no approval. So yeah, we're just gonna have to refuse all. That's not the end of the world. We have a craft master though. My goodness. Okay. Anyways, we can't do it. We got no approval. So we're just gonna have to not do that. We're digging up gold over here though. We do have some berries over here and things like that too. That might be worthwhile to do. Can I move this? Like over here? And we'll grab those berries. Yeah, that might be something worthwhile to do. We can get up there from that side, so we don't need to spend any wood on that. I only have 2 people though. Not the end of the world, but could be an issue in the future. All right, we did get the housing done though, so that's good. We get 8 planks and 8 trinkets. 8 trinkets we can sell, which is nice. I don't think they have any other use except for selling to our mousy overlords, and we're making our first harvest. Great, 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 great. Okay, so we're bringing in berries. They are harvesting all that stuff. So that didn't take too long. It took like a day to grow or 2 days to grow. So that's pretty good. And realistically, we just need to get these houses built, and things should be doing good. Set that as a priority. Just needs a few more wood. We've got a decent amount of wood now. All right, things are all right. Things are doing okay. Tax survivor, taxes coming tomorrow. We have coverage for it now because we have potash, which is worth 8, and we've got copper, which is worth 21. We might even get some gold in. Yeah, there we go. Amazing. Looks like we're gonna have one little mousey that's sleeping on the roof tonight still. We have one house that didn't quite get finished. I don't have any way to expedite building, like in terms of like getting them to like work overnight to finish that off, unfortunately. So they're just kind of stuck at the moment. Yeah. It's a shame. It is a shame. We'll throw somebody in here. Press to end the date. Okay. So, approval-wise, we're still negative? Ugh. Why are we still negative? We got -8 for slip outside, hard labor. Assigned a grueling job. Oh my gosh. Dirty fur. Oh, that's a big one, eh? Bland food. Okay. Rough and stuffy. Disappointed with low housing quality. Okay, well, it's all housing I got. All right, that's fine. Berries have been helping. Basic housing is okay. Yeah. So things that we can probably affect would be like the dirty fur. We need a bath. All right. Let's see if we can do that. Is that something we can handle? Let's take a look here. Services, would it be? A bathing dock. Oh, yeah, 21 planks. Yeah, okay. A cafe would also be good. We've got graves. We've got a town hall, which requires 55 planks. Okay, that's going to be a little while. We've also got decorations. So this could be another way to get some cheap frills here. If we do like a couple of these around, makes the place look a little bit pretty, and they all pass by that. And then, yeah, if we get a bathing dock in somewhere, that might be over here. 21 planks. Yeah, I think that's worthwhile because that's like a -12. So if we can get that done, that would be fantastic. All right, storage-wise, tax-wise, we're in pretty good shape. Yeah, we're in pretty good shape, so we should be okay. So I think our strategy so far has worked out. So we collected quite a bit of planks and stone, and we have an opportunity to get machinery if some pirates attack. Tax collector's here, so we'll wait for a moment and see if we can get a little bit extra stuff in, and then see what we can do about that. Food-wise, I'm a little bit concerned about food. I think we need to get this guy. Yeah, it's almost done. It just needs one more log, so we'll set the priority on that one as well as high. Get this house done. That would mean all of our folks are housed, which is great. And then, yeah, we need another food source because this farm, not quite enough as of yet. So we'll need to make some more farming space. Have I collected any of this flax yet? Just one flax I've collected. Okay, that's okay. Priority is the food. Like, we're okay for food. It's just not quite enough food. We get that gold in. We got some gold in, yeah, so we should be good for paying this down. How many gold is in there? It's 2 gold ore in there. All right. He's collecting some food over here too, so that's good. All right, you guys, can you deliver now? Will that be enough time for you to get some stuff over? Yeah, he's bringing a bunch of potash over. So that's good. So we're at 808 now. So yeah, that feels pretty good. That feels pretty good. Okay. So I think we're all right. This is getting built now. Okay. Yeah, so we need to get some approval because I'm going to need to hire some folks. But I believe there's another way. If I go to the office, I think I can use some of my other items to pull people into. I'm not sure, though. Maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, I thought there was another way to bring people in, but I could be wrong. Anyways, let's pay our taxes. So I've got a bunch of potash. I got not that much copper ore, but we can use. We'll use what we have for now in copper ore. Like, it's a partial. We've got a lot of potash. Yes, I think for this round here, we will just. Oh, do we have to use a piece of gold? I don't really want to use a piece of gold. I kind of want to save the gold for emergency here. So that will give us a full shipment, almost exactly, which is good. I think that's fine. We don't have the extra resources. If I had more copper or potash, I would do that. But I don't want to give them too much of anything else. Oh, we do have trinkets as well, right? Trinkets aren't really useful for anything, I think. There we go. Okay, we'll use the trinkets there. Okay, cool. So let's send a full shipment. That will give us a little bit of supplies later on. All right, we get some supply shipment in now. So we can choose to get some machinery, some hardtack, which is decent food, and some tea, which is also good. Or we can go with the more expensive stuff, get logs and planks. Yeah, I think continue to do that is probably the best thing for now. Seem to be keeping up with the tax money since we're not like overhiring folks. But we do need to bring some mice in, but I still have no approval. Small warehouse. Ooh, that could be good. Yeah, we get to choose one. Cut stone and planks. Gain 13 hardtack. I think we'll get the warehouse, though. Yeah, I think we'll get the warehouse. Yeah. Nice. All right, so we can build warehouses now. That'll mean these guys don't have to walk as much to bring stuff in, at least for a little while. I like how when you dig inside here, it actually, like, they put up a little dam. Nice little details they add to the game. All right, so some folks are upset about their housing because their housing is only like 1-star housing, but it is what it is. All right, the end of day 6 has arrived. Did we get some approval? We got a little bit of approval. Okay, we're trending up. We're trending up. Yeah, once we get that bathhouse in, that should help a lot. Okay, that's minus 16 for the dirty fur. So they get a chance to clean their fur. That should be amazing. 8 at a warehouse. Yes, we can get like a cafe built as well. We have the capabilities to do that. So that should help quite a bit there until we can get better housing and food going. Very cool. Very cool. I'm going to end this episode here, though, but I will be playing more of this. I do enjoy this one, so keep an eye out for that, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode of Whiskerwood. Make sure you can like and subscribe down below, and you can check out this game on Steam. It's out now in early access. Take care.